everyone, and welcome back to Alberta is My Country. Don't forget to like, share, and hit the notification bell every time a new podcast drops. My name is Paul, and today I'm going to share with you why there are no true have-not provinces in Canada. That's right, folks. We're flipping the script on the narrative that some provinces are just naturally poorer. Instead, we're arguing that it's not about a lack of resources, it's about intentional choices not to develop them. So buckle up, because right now we're headed to the Maritimes. Let's set the stage, shall we? In Canada, the federal government equalization program redistributes wealth so that all provinces can provide similar public services without wildly different tax rates. Okay, seems clear? So provinces like Alberta, BC, Saskatchewan are have provinces. They rake in resource royalties, but they don't get a dime from equalization. Then there are the have-not provinces like New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, and sometimes others who receive billions to bridge that gap. But here's the kicker. Are those provinces really have-nots? Did Mother Nature really shortchange them? Nope. Take New Brunswick, sitting on an estimated 78 trillion cubic feet of shale gas in the Frederick Brook Shale. That's enough power to power the homes and industries for decades. Nova Scotia, up to 7 trillion cubic feet onshore, plus massive offshore potential in the Scotian Basin, with 64 trillion cubic feet of natural gas and billions of barrels of oil. These are not wastelands. They're treasure troves, untapped potential. But instead of tapping in, both provinces slapped moratoriums on hydraulic fracking back in 2014. New Brunswick's ban came after massive protests, environmental worries, and Nova Scotia followed suit, citing health risks and social license. Give me a break. Now, I understand the concern. However, arguably, we already have some of the best technology and environmental laws on the planet that is being used for resource development in other parts of the country, the aforementioned Alberta, BC, and Saskatchewan. So I find it a bit rich for me to buy into the health and safety excuse. We care about the environment just like everybody else. The Maritime provinces all seem to be okay with cashing those royalty checks from equalization from the other have provinces that did decide to develop their resources, but they don't want to use the same technology for their own province? I don't buy it. Think about it. They're actually okay to import oil to the Irving Oil Refinery in New Brunswick, the biggest one in Canada, from OPEC countries, countries with some of the worst human rights records on the planet. I mean, this is January 2026. Look what's going on right now. 2,500 civilians were murdered by Iran's regime in the last week. It's so hypocritical. They say, yeah, we shut down our own resource development because we're concerned about the environment. Really? Really? You import oil from these regimes that oppress their own people. Do you really think if they're murdering their own people that they even give a crap about the environment? Use your head. And the Maritimes are still okay with being their customer. It's ridiculous. So here we have resources that stay locked in the ground, and some hypocrite provinces import gas from the US or these horrible regimes and watch their own economy miss out on jobs, royalties, GDP. I mean, if you want to crunch the numbers with me, if New Brunswick developed just a fraction of its shale gas, we're talking thousands of high-paying jobs in drilling, pipelines, and support industries. Royalties that could fund schools, hospitals, and infrastructure without relying on Ottawa. Nova Scotia's offshore fields once produced 500 million cubic feet of gas per day from projects like Sable, until they shut it down in 2018. Reviving that could slash energy imports and lower power bills for residents. Intentionally not developing. That's choice. Governments swayed by public opposition and green priorities that keep the moratoriums in place. In New Brunswick, for example, even after the 2016 Commission report suggested ways to proceed safely, the ban stayed in place. Nova Scotia's recent $30 million research program is baby steps towards exploration. A long ways off. It's like having a winning lottery ticket and refusing to cash it in because it might get a paper cut. Critics say that it perpetuates dependency. Call it what it is. It's welfare. It's intentional welfare. Have-not status means more federal cash, so why rock the boat? It's self-sabotage. They should just lift the bans, regulate smartly, use already existing Canadian technology to minimize risk, and boom, economic independence. If they need more inspiration, they only need to look to their cousin in Newfoundland to see what happens. Newfoundland received equalization payments from the time of inception until 2008, when they developed their own resources. Projects like Terra Nova, White Rose, and Hibernia took them off the welfare train of equalization. Now, to be fair, Newfoundland did get some equalization funds in 2024 and will until 2027, but it only makes up about 2 to 3% of their total revenues. It's a very small amount. So what's up, New Brunswick and Nova Scotia? Is it truly environmental stewardship or a fear of short-term backlash over long-term gains? This isn't about forcing development. It's about choice. Provinces are not have-not by fate. It's by choice. They're choosing paths that intentionally make them a leech on the country. Personally, I think their resource reserves should be counted towards equalization. Then they'll have to develop. That's everything. Again, thank you for listening. Don't forget to share far and wide. And remember, Albertans don't kneel.